Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have got the Buried Treasure gift box die set. Now this has already been launched. I've not really had time to play with it, so I thought I would put together a little treasure chest today. So I'm gonna make one of these today. I've already cut all my pieces out, but I'm just going to quickly show you the die set. This is the latest Create and Make, which was released, I'm going to say it was the last Thursday of September. I'm sure it was. Usually it's launched on the last Thursday of the month. So this month we have this gorgeous little gift box. And these die sets are 6x6, and these are more affordable die sets. It does come with comprehensive instructions of how to put things together. I've had a quick look through some of those instructions, and I'm going to put this together. But just to show you the dies, there is like your skull and bones, you've got some shells. There is a hinge in this, a padlock, some seaweed. There is this deboss panel in here, or you can have the block panel. And yeah, and there's a little handle here. So we're going to put one of these together today. I'm going for muted colours, subtle muted colours. For this project, and as always I've cut everything out and I'll go through what you need for this. I have had to close my curtain. It is Sunday morning. I have had to close my curtain. I've got the sun beaming in, and it's creating a lot of different shadows and all sorts of things, so I do apologize for that beforehand. So if I go through what we need, I've put a couple of bits together and just to kind of save on time, but I'll go through what you need. So you need one of these large panels here, and then you need 3 of these smaller rectangle pieces. But what I've actually done is, because I'm going to line the inside of my box as well, I've then cut them out in some cardstock here as well. And this has got like, so this reminds me of my bedroom floor, because I've got laminate flooring in my bedroom and it's this colour. So I really like this. And these cardstock is out of some really old paper pads that I bought from, I want to say The Works. There's no point even showing you them because they don't exist anymore. But like I say, these paper pads are like 5, 6, maybe 7 years old. So, but if you've got similar cardstock, then obviously you can go ahead and use those as well. So I've got 3 in the plain white and then 3 in that cardstock, the patterned cardstock. You need to cut out 4 of these pieces. I've already put one together, so we're going to put one of these together, and again it's got that wood grain effect on that cardstock. I have also, so I'm going to bring this in so I can show you. So I've used some of the wood planks. They're like timber cladding, if you like, but I've put this side together, but the cardstock on the other side has this pattern, which is like owls and things, and obviously I don't want that on the inside. So what I've actually done is cut a piece of card measuring roughly the same size, and I've just lined the inside of it. So for that then you are going to need 4 of these pieces. These are going to be your corner joints. And then you need 2 of these pieces. This is going to form that semicircle for your lid to your chest, and that is going to go between these 2 panels. you need to cut 8 of these large panels here. I'm going to hold it like that so you can see. So you need 8 of those. You need 8 of those. And then you need 7 of these ones. So that's the large, that's the medium, and that's the small. Then you need 2 of these, and then you need 2 of these pieces. And this will help support the base for your chest. And then on the instructions it said you only need 1 of these, but surely that must be a typo error or something, because you actually need 2 of those. And then I've cut out 1 of these. So there's those, and then the rest is all decoration really. So I've again cut those 2 larger panels out in this. This is a really nice like a sea salt green. So I've cut those 2 panels out because I thought it'd be quite nice. I didn't want it to be plain. I thought it'd be quite nice to have that over the top of the lid. So I've cut those 2 out. I've cut the decorative element. I've cut 8 of these because you need 2 for each corner. And then you need to cut out, this die cuts out 2 in one go. So you need to cut that twice. So you get 4 pieces like that. And then I've got the padlock, which I've doubled up. You need 2 hinges. You need to cut 2 handles. I've actually doubled mine, so with white card and that sea salt green. You need 1 of these pieces, which is the decorative element to go on the front. And then the rest is all your shells, your seaweed. So the shells I've cut out in Princess Pink, Cashmere Blue, and Fresh Mint pearlesant card. And then the seaweed I've cut out in pistachio green and some sea salt green as well. So we're going to add all those together. So to begin then, let's start putting these things together. So let's do the top of the chest, and then we'll come back to all of these pieces here. So for the lid then, you need 2 of these pieces, and then you also need this piece here that's got the teeth. I am using, for this, I'm using 200 GSM white card. And for the main construction of the box, I'm actually using 250 GSM white card. So we're going to just fold those teeth back. And then what we're going to do is apply glue to all the teeth. Hopefully that glue comes out. There we go. I'm just putting a dot of glue more closer to the base. There we go. And then I'm going to start at this point here, so make sure that levels up like that. And then press that first one down. And you're just going to go round, sticking all your tabs down. This is such a cool little box though. I mean, I've seen It's the packaging that's inspired me, actually, because I saw it and I thought, oh, I've got similar cardstock like that, which I can use. Okay, so that's all stuck down, and then all you're going to do, let's just press all that down. I'm going to take my second panel and I'm going to apply glue right to the edge. It's my on-call weekend, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to film without it ringing or anything. We shall see. I've already had I had a very busy day yesterday covering everything, so hopefully I'll get a day's grace. Right, okay. Just pressing all that down. There we go. And then I'm going to bring in this larger panel here, and what you do need to do is curve it. I'm just doing it with my hand, because what you're going to do is apply glue to the inside of this panel here. So let's do that now. Okay, and then you're going to line this up. So we are going to, right, let's do it this way. I'm going to attach it from this end. You're just going to make sure you line that up. That butts up with that end. And then you're going to press that like so. And that just leaves your tab at the bottom there. So let's do the same again on this side. Go ahead and just fold this tab. Bear with. I'm going to fold it both ways actually, because it's going to open and close, so okay, that will do for now. Okay, that looks good to me. So what we need to do then is let's do the panel. So it's going to be very difficult to see on this panel, but there are two definitive score lines. Then you've got one here, and then you've got one there. You're going to apply glue to that bottom one there, and you're basically going to glue the next panel up against that one. And you're just going to go ahead and do that with all 4 of your panels. So once you've done that, just make sure you go in and press everything down really well. You're then going to have that last bit there, and what we're going to do is fold that one in and then just give that a burnish. Okay, so then you're going to bring in these two pieces here. Just go ahead and burnish all your score lines. So then once you've done that, what you're going to do is apply glue and pull your corners in like that. What I should have done, actually, bear with, is add my decoration pieces while I'm at it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that as well. So then you're going to go ahead and apply glue. Bear with, let me just check. So that's okay. And then that. Apply glue to this one here. I'm just making sure that you don't see the fold line at the front or the back. So there we go. And now all we're going to do, so that is going to be my front, that's my front, and that's my back. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply glue to the inside of here. And we're just going to make sure that bit at the bottom, it stays at the bottom. We're just going to attach that piece there. And then we're going to do the same again on this side. Okay, so we should have something that looks like this. As you can see, it doesn't look very pretty on the inside, and that's why I've cut these panels out so I can just place them on the inside just to cover up everything there. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this piece down as well. So here I'm going to bring in my handle. Just going to fold those small tabs back. They're so tiny. So there you go. I'm just going to apply a dot of glue there and a dot of glue there. And I'm just going to line this up and place that onto there. I'm just going to press that down. Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry for a second. So then I'm going to bring in one of these pieces here. I'm going to give that a fold. I'm going to apply glue to the rectangle part of the tab. And I'm just going to place that just here. Just hold that down. And then I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of glue on there. And then just fold that bit over. Like so. So then we've got two of those made up like that. I'm going to let that dry. I don't want to touch that bit just yet. So I'll let those two pieces dry. Now we need to do the front and the back. So the back, we're going to attach one of these pieces to the back there. Like that, which is then gonna just trying to think before we do that, we're gonna stick our panels together. So we need 4 for the front and 4 for the back. 2, 3, 4. Right, let's just stick these panels down. I just want to make sure this is exact. It should be exact. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right, that is right. So I'm going to apply glue. And I'm just going to go ahead and attach those pieces so they don't overlap or anything like that. So just go ahead and attach all 4 panels on both the back and the front. So you should have 2 of those panels made up like that. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to attach one of these onto that tab there. So let me do that now. Just going to apply glue. To that tab. I'm just going to attach that piece onto there like that. And there we go. And then what I'm going to do is attach this one to the front, to the side panels like that. So let's do that now. So I'm just going to apply glue to the inside portion of that corner joint. first one. Make sure everything butts up nicely. And then press all that down. And then we're going to do the same on this side here. So that's your front and that's your back. We are then, I think at this point I am actually going to put the base in. So you need your third piece, and then all I'm going to do is apply glue to these pieces here. And then do that side as well. And then we're just going to go ahead and attach that to the inside. Just going to press those down. You are going to then put this piece in to the back there. So I'm going to apply glue here and on this side as well. Just going to slide that one in. And then I'm going to press that down. And you might have gaps at the bottom, but don't worry about that because we've got brackets that will cover those bits up. There we go. So there we have our box. Just going to close. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in these two pieces here. And I'm going to apply glue. Let's just make sure this is stuck down. We are then going to go ahead and attach that to the back here. That's one, and we're going to just do the front. So at this point you can, if you want to, cover up all your workings on the inside. But I'm going to leave that for a minute. I'll come back to that in a second. I'm going to bring in these pieces here. And let's just apply a line of glue on that piece there. And I'm just going to attach that to the inside of the lid, like so. That's one. Just going to go ahead and do the second one on this side. And then this piece here is going to go onto there. So let's just go ahead and apply some glue onto the back of this piece here. And we will attach that onto there like that. So then when you close it, I should let this dry before I start faffing about with it. So there's just a few more bits to do. Let me just move those pieces out of the way for now. So you need to bring in your 7 smaller panels, because these panels are going to go from back to front, but I'm going to start at the front. Make sure you put plenty of glue on. And you're just going to line them up in between like so. And you're just going to basically stick them and go all the way down. You should have all your panels stuck down. Obviously take your time with these panels. For the purposes of the video, I'm just speeding through. Do take your time to stick all those panels down. And then hopefully that should tuck in and close like so. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. Okay, and then we are going to just add some finishing touches to it. So these panels here, I think I'm going to attach, it's not the same length as these panels, but I'm going to attach this, and then I'm going to be putting a hinge on. So just folding those bits back like that. Okay, let's do that to both. So I'm just going to apply glue to the back of these panels here. Attach this one on this side. That's one, and then I'm just going to do the same on this side. And then for the hinge, I am going to stick my hinges on here like so. So I'm only going to apply glue to this bit here and to that bit, but I'm not going to add any glue in the middle there. And then attach one there. And then I'm going to attach one on this side as well. And then let's add some finishing touches to this. So add that one there. And then I'm just going to put a dot of glue on this padlock here. And I'll just add that onto there like that. And then we've got these corner bits that we need to add on. So let's do that now. So there's this corner bit here. That's one. Okay, so now it is literally adding lots of decoration. So I'm going to speed this bit up while I am adding all this down. Okay, so I think I'm done with my box now. So I've just added some shells and things around the back and down the side and then at the front as well. So it opens up. This is what it looks like. I may go in and add these panels in just to add a lining into my box, just so that all the inside all matches. I might do that. So it's going to look like this on the inside as well, but I can go ahead and do that after. So for now then, that is my treasure box. Treasure chest gift box. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell to receive notifications of future videos. If this is still available on the Tonic website, I'll link it in the description box below. I do use affiliate links. As always, affiliate links don't cost you anything extra, but it does give me a small commission and I appreciate it every time you use it. But please do use it from the description, and please do accept the cookies, because that's how the link then tracks. So that's my gorgeous little treasure box. And it's so cute and dinky and adorable. So thank you again so much, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. Take care guys, bye.